in front of a loud but unmistakably tense crowd. MLB The Show's coverage of the Major League Baseball Houston Astros. And the New York on the show, set for what should be a good one. Lineups and first pitch are next. Steve, what has to happen if they want to survive the wild card game and move on? And he watches one dip low and inside for a ball, 1-1. Starting to get a bit. He's chopped foul at home plate. Hit in the air out to center field. Finley is there. One away.
In the second spot tonight.
Settling in now, Andrew McCutcheon. He'll get to take. Here's a slider. Things out, looked at for ball one. And there is our officiating crew in this one, calling balls and strikes, Mr. Freddie Ferguson.
Well, Ferg, as he's known amongst baseball people, really does call a good game back there. He might reward a pitcher for a good location every once in a while, but most of his calls, they seem to be spot on.
Batting third, the right.
But he wouldn't bite. It's ball one. You got to figure that that man right there would be more than happy to see this guy at the plate taking his swings with two out and nobody on all night long. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Hard liner to center field. And that's in there. So perhaps some life here with two men out. Edgar Martinez set to take his first cuts with a man at first and two away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap to give that man on first a chance to score.
Line toward the alley in left center. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to breeze his way to a 1-2-3 top out, but back-to-back hits have turned the tables on him. 2 outs in the visitors' first.
Hit hard on the ground to second. Cano fields it cleanly on to first, and the Astros can't cash in as that ends the inning. At the plate here is he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. And he falls behind 0-2. Too high.
And I think that might have been a little bit of a purpose pitch right there up in the zone. Now I think he's going to come back down with something to try to get that strikeout.
And Braun can't come up with that one as he swings and misses for the first out. So the bases are empty with one man gone. And stepping in is the center fielder, Steve Finley. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
And against a guy like this, you're usually only going to get one pitch to hit in that bat. Sometimes you might not even get that, so that's one he may want back.
Very weakly on the ground. That ball's foul, so a good job to fight it off and stay alive. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2.
And we're going to see a lot more of this because this is a guy who's let it be known that he will work inside. He'll even back you off the plate if he has to.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2. Bryce Harper gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are 2 away here in the opening frame.
Yeah, nothing doing so far here. He kind of needs to put up a tough at-bat right here just to make this guy work a little bit.
And it's quickly 0-2. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2. Chop foul at the plate. It'll and that's going to be high. 2-2 now.
Yeah, I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
Swinging a soft liner.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat because you know he has big-time power.
And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Good hard slider there, but it's a strike. Here's a pop-up now. Matthews is there for it. Makes the play, 1 away. And 2 quick outs here in the second.
Batting 8.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And stepping in, the slick fielding shortstop, Brandon Crawford. Softly hit out toward short. And a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. Chris Davis strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Oh, and he looks like he's swinging a garden hose out there as this is cut on and missed for strike one.
And for as bad as he missed that pitch, you can bet we're going to see that again before this at-bat's over.
Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. Kaline sprinting after it. He's got it one away. So one away here with the bases empty. And danger now is standing in as the fine shortstop, Troy Tulowitzki. And this is low, ball one.
Counts 1-0.
Got him out on his front foot there as it swung on and missed for strike one. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. Still no fastballs in the at-bat. It's been all off speed.
That's definitely by design. He's such a good fastball hitter. You don't want to give in to his strength.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are two gone. Eddie Matthews gets his first chance here, looking to make something happen with two gone in the bottom of the second. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Well, it's looking like this might be their best chance to get that first base runner out there. And really, this has been one of the few guys that's even been ahead in the count.
Swing and a miss on the heater, and it's 2-1.
And this is a guy who will not get cheated up there, and he almost came out of his shoes on that one.
Hard hit ball to second, and the inning will continue as that's through for a two-out hit. Edwin Encarnacion will get a shot here with two away and a runner at first now following the base hit.
That two-out single seemed harmless enough, but anytime you extend the inning to allow this guy to get a shot with a runner on, you better be careful.
Chopped at the plate. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. One left for the Yankees. We'll move to the third with no score. Buster Posey steps in here to start out their half of the third. Top of the order to follow.
Yeah, and you know he's the number 9 hitter, but you've got to go to the plate right now thinking like a leadoff guy. Just find a way to get on base and then give those 1, 2, 3 guys a chance to drive you in or do something.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. High and deep to left center field. Back goes Braun. Still going back. Out of here. She was a wall scraper, but it counts just the same. A home run. A solo home run for Buster Posey. And the Astros take a 1-0 lead.
And this is what you expect when you make it to the postseason. I mean, you expect the guys that have carried you all year to keep on producing, and sure enough, he comes through again and delivers a no-doubter here.
Here's D. Gordon now.
Second baseman.
As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1.
Oh, it's so important to be able to strike first in a postseason game. Get that first run in, especially when you're the team playing on the road. Hopefully you can take a little life out of this big crowd.
Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit.
Now batting number 22, center fielder Andrew McCutchen.
Andrew McCutchen is at the plate now. Flied out in his first at-bat. First pitch is a sinker, too low, 1-0. And you figure now this would be a spot where that man might try to take second base.
And it wouldn't be a bad idea to hold the ball a little longer out there on the mound. Really vary your times to the plate. You can't be predictable out there or he'll take advantage.
Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now, 2-0.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
And the runner will get back standing.
Keeping him close.
And again a throw, keeping particularly close tabs on him. Arrieta sets. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Strike called, 2-1.
A lot of people think that pitch will burn straight down, but it will work back a little bit towards righties, like that one did right there.
Runners off for second. Pitch inside. The throw. Not in time as he steals second.
Well, they certainly paid a lot of attention to him over there at first, and it was wise to do so. But in the end, they had to come to the plate sooner or later, and he winds up taking second here on the stolen base.
And he misses there for ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out. Into the box now, Tony Gwynn. He reached on a single in his first try. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. This is line to left, but this will be pulled in out there in left center. Well hit, but a rough out, number 1.
And this one could have been big trouble here, but this carries out there just far enough to find the outfielder's glove. And that means that both runners, neither of whom were running on contact, are forced to head back to where they started.
Edgar Martinez comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike 1.
Pretty cool right there. You know, it's so important in a tough spot to get that first pitch strike over, and he's able to jump ahead.
Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
Now you got to beware of that sinker. I mean, he'd take a strikeout right now, but I think he still just wants this guy to hit the ball on the ground.
Ground ball left side. Reined in. Cano for 1. On to first, and he really paid the price at second base, but it's a double play, and the inning is over. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. We're back with more. Leading off the inning, Robinson Cano, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Robinson Cano.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Baseball fans see Robinson Cano, and they think of his time with the Yankees and the Mariners, but some forget how great he was during the World Baseball Classic in 2013. He hit .469 for the undefeated Dominican team on his way to the tournament MVP award.
Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out. Yan Gomes settles into the box for his first chance. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
Nope.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
1-0.
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Line down the left field line. But this will be foul. And this is swung on and missed. His 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning. Ryan Braun will stand in here. He was set down on strikes to start the home first.
As bad as he looked on that breaking ball, his first at-bat, he's going to see nothing but breaking balls in this one.
Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. And a strike to even the count, 1-1.
Yeah, the best way to neutralize this guy's power.
Sinking line drive out to right center. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night.
A pretty good swing there. You'll watch. Head stays down, ball gets deep in the zone, and he lets those hands lead the way, and he drives it to right field. That's as good an approach as you're going to see.
Steve Finley is in with 2 away as he takes a ball, 1-0.
Now you've got the tying run over at first. 2 away. He's going to be looking to try and find a gap right here and bring that guy all the way around to score.
Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. It skips in, and he's safe. Close play, but he's in there.
Yeah, and I figured this was just a matter of time with 2 outs. He figured if he could get himself into scoring position, then a base hit could tie this ball game. And now they're going to have that opportunity as he makes it there safely.
Ripped on the ground to first. Oh, look at the stop by Rizzo. Got him.
Oh, what a play.
A golden opportunity. Anthony Rizzo is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
First baseman number 44, Anthony Rizzo.
Breaking ball for a strike, 0-1.
Anytime you can throw a first pitch strike to about 60% of the batters you've faced or better than that, then you should get pretty good results. And we're in the middle innings in this game, so that's pretty good.
Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit.
I think he was trying to get that slider in on his hands, but I don't think he meant for it to get in that far. I think he just released it a little too late.
And now a slider in on the hands, and he's lucky that one didn't come and get him. Still 2-2. Arrieta is ready. The 2-2 pitch. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. 2-2 count. Here it comes. Fights off another pitch and hits it foul right at the plate. Locked in a good battle. Here comes another one. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Wow, a real sharp break to this thing. It's a slider. He starts it out over the middle of the plate. The hitter thinks he's got something that he can handle, and then this thing just makes a beeline right for his hands. That is a tough pitch.
Nolan Arenado is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Line toward the gap in left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Al Kaline is into the box for his second appearance. 0 for 1 with a flyout. And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
0-2, here it comes. Chopped foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Chopped foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
Man, he goes for this pitch hook, line, and sinker. I'll tell you, he needed a hook, line, and sinker to fish that one out of the dirt.
Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. Belted high and deep into right center. Finley going back on it, and this is going to find the wall out near the Yankee bullpen. Here comes Arenado wheeling around third, and he is in there at the plate. It's now a 2-0 game.
Well, he gives this ball a pretty good ride. No shot to get this one, as it's going to wind up hitting on the track and one hop in the wall out there. He's going to wind up pulling into second with an RBI double.
Buster Posey is in for his second plate appearance as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. The set and the 1-0 pitch. A high strike there, and it's 1-1. Swing and a liner. Foul. 2 runs, 6 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Astros to this point. Slider, and it's off his glove, and it bounces away. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And nope, this one falls, so he'll get another shot. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Braun has it in his tracks. And the inning is over. Astros pick up a run on the RBI. Bryce Harper is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
And he'll look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0. That evens it up 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
And that's not a bad spot. Just go ahead and stay out there. Don't come down the middle because we know he can hurt you.
Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. And another foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Hit hard up the middle. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
Yeah, he hit a good pitch there. This thing's toward the outside part of the plate, but he stays with it all the way. Uses the big part of the field and gets himself a base hit.
Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Called strike 0-2. Nobody out, runner on first. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out. Troy Tulowitzki is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
And this one misses to Tulowitzki. It's a ball and a strike.
Tough pitch right there. That's 96 in on the hands. You just got to let that one go.
And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. Nipped the corner. 2-2.
A little conviction behind that fastball.
And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are 2 away. Eddie Matthews is the batter. Got a base hit in his first trip.
Third baseman, Eddie.
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And he'll lunge out of the crouch to put this one away. Good reaction. D. Gordon will come forward now. He has flied out and singled so far.
Baseman, D. Gordon.
Chop foul at the plate. Strike 1. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. Here's one in the air now for Braun out in left. One gone. Andrew McCutcheon stands in. Reached on a walk in his last trip. Arrieta gets the sign. Here comes the first pitch. Lays off 1-0. And the sinker is over here, and that evens things at 1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Little chopper back to the mound. On to Davis at first, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, right fielder, Tony Gwynn.
Tony Gwynn steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. First pitch coming. Here it is. Trying to work that slider to the outer half, but it misses 1-0. 2-0.
All right, now you've just seen 2 straight breaking pitches miss away. So as a hitter, you're going to eliminate that pitch. No way does he throw it a third time.
The 2-0 on the way. 3-0 now.
I think at this point, a 2-out walk isn't the worst thing in the world. You'd like to avoid it if you can, but this can be a dangerous spot if you just groove one.
Taking all the way that time. It's 3-1.
He can afford to be patient here because all he's looking to do is get on base and do his damage from there.
And the count will be full. Ground ball sent back up the middle. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit.
Well, he'd had some high-stress innings here so far. It was looking like he turned the corner and was on his way to a much-needed 1-2-3, but he's going to have to get in the stretch here after all.
He's set. Here it comes. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Pitch to the plate is his slider for a strike, and it's all knotted up at 1-1. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does 2 things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal it all.
A runner on first with 2 away. Throw over to the bag, and he's back standing. Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Finley giving chase. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Astros leave 1. They're up 2-0. Edwin Encarnacion will stand in to lead things off here, and his guys have been unable to get anything going to this point.
Yeah, and you think so many times in the postseason, we see starting pitching really come to the forefront. And this guy's been every bit as good as advertised so far.
And this misses outside and a bit high. 1 ball, no strikes. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up with 1-1. The shift will be of little importance here as this is lifted in the air out to left field. In there, a base hit.
And the funny thing about this at-bat, he does everything wrong on this swing. I mean, first off, this pitch is out of the strike zone, and secondly, he tries to pull it instead of taking it the other way. Anyhow, pays off for him. Well, and as you guys well know, mistakes tend to get magnified here in the postseason, so we'll have to see if this free 90 feet winds up leading to a run.
Tried to hold back, but this is popped up and reined in, 1 away. Into the box, Yan Gomes. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
No runs, 4 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. Hit hard on the ground towards second. On to first, and there are 2 down.
Up next for the Yankees, left fielder
Ryan Braun will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time, and then a base hit last time around. Turned on down the line, but a foul ball here, 0-1. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Now this is up and in, and I don't think he likes that location much. It's ball 1. Can't imagine guys like that too much.
Yeah, not too much indeed. You start getting into the danger area when it's up and in that high.
All even now, 2-2. 2 outs here with a runner at third. Again, he sends it out of play. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Rips this one to first. And this is going to be a fair ball as it'll head to the corner. And the run is in to score from third. It's now a 2-1 ball game. And he is in there. So striding in, Steve Finley, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Oh, and this just jumps off the bat here as this is to deep straightaway right field, and you can pretty much forget about this one. That is a long home run. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. As the Yankees move out in front here, it's now 3-2.
And you know, the only way you're going to tie this guy up on the inner half is if you go up and in. And if you leave it belt high, he can handle that pitch, and he handled that one all right.
Here's Bryce Harper now. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. Now some action out in the Houston bullpen as it appears both a lefty and a right-hander are up to throw. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. Seems like whatever was working early on suddenly is not working now.
It's almost like he's imploding right before our eyes.
And that's taken for a called strike 2. Now that ball is smoked. Carrying to deep left. Kaline ranging back. And it's out of here. Back-to-back 2-out home runs. A solo home run off the bat of Bryce Harper. And it'll give the Yankees a 4-2 lead. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. squared that one up just a little late. Way outside. 1-2.
Even though he's given up his share of hits so far, he still hasn't walked anybody, so at least he's got that going for him.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Would you say he's not really finishing his pitches at this point?
That's a good way to put it. It looks like he's aiming a little too much, and that's not working for him.
4 runs here in this half inning. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. So 4 runs in the inning, and they come on the strength of the 2 big flies. 5 innings complete, the Yankees 4, and the Astros 2. Leading off the inning, Anthony Rizzo. And they'll need him to get something going here.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
Double-barreled action in the Yankee bullpen now. A lefty and a right-hander start to get loose. First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
Looks at a sinker there that drops in 1-1. Took him right up the ladder that time, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Trying to strike him out for the 2nd time. Here's a high pop-up. Matthews is there for it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Now batting.
And that slider's been an effective pitch for him, no doubt. As you take a look there, what his pitch breakdown looks like so far.
Nolan Arenado will stride in. Popped out and singled in his 2 trips.
Yeah, and he made just a little adjustment last time coming off of that pop-up the first time around, and he got himself a base knock. That's what the good ones do.
And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike 1. He continues to get ahead here. He's been in complete control.
I think you need to guard yourself from being overconfident, though. A bloop and a blast could still turn this game on its ear.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. On the ground to third. Matthews scoops it up in time to first, and there are 2 away.
Up next for the Astros, left fielder
Al Kaline will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. Chopped foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Braun is in his tracks now, and he will put it away to retire the side. After the break, don't go away. Troy Tulowitzki will start things. Troy Tulowitzki will come in now to lead things off against our starter, who probably wishes he had a mulligan to use on that last inning.
Yeah, he was doing just fine up until the last time he took the mound. He's got to hope that that was just an aberration, or he might not stick around to see another inning.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Now here's Tulowitzki with the ball hit high and deep out to left field. And this had home run distance, but it just does hook foul.
Looking at Tulowitzki up there, you can't help but think of all the honors that have come his way, despite some pretty significant injury setbacks. A perennial all-star, a gold glover, a silver slugger award winner. This guy can do it all when he's healthy.
And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game.
Well, It's not going to comfort him any, but it's fair to say he's not the first guy to strike out 3 times against that guy out there on the hill. He's just the latest in a long line of guys that have worn the hat against that man.
Jake McGee will come in and pitch now.
Number 51.
Eddie Matthews will be the batter, 1 for 2 thus far. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0.
And that fastball of his definitely catches your attention, especially when it's on the inner half.
Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0. Too high, and it's 3-0. Hits are even at 7 apiece. And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1.
Corner paint right there, 97 miles an hour. What are you going to do with that?
And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're 2 down.
This is why it's so important to have a left-handed specialist in your bullpen. This could very well be the only batter he faces. So if that's the case, he certainly did his job.
Edwin Encarnacion stands in for the 3rd time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. Boy, that fastball is just sizzling up there. 1-1.
Yeah, there's a good one right there.
There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no-doubt home run. So a solo home run for Edwin Encarnacion. And just like that, it's now a 5-2 ball game.
This is what you call an ambush swing right here. You're hitting in the back of the order. You're looking dead red early in the count, kind of just hoping the pitcher might relax and forget about you for a minute. Then you get that fastball middle in, and you jump all over it.
Ken Giles will take over here with a runner at first and 2 gone in the inning. Yan Gomes will be the first to greet him here as he stands in with a runner at first and 2 away. And he'll break through with a solid knock here, his first of the ball game. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
This is something their hitting coach preaches every day at the batting cage. Stay inside the ball. Here he lets the ball get deeper into the zone and stays back and drives it to the right center gap.
Ryan Braun is next as he finds himself behind 0-1. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
And now here 1-2. This is where you need your best pitch. You've got to strand that runner out there at second base and keep the deficit just at 3.
Just tried to freeze him with the fastball there. Pretty close. It's 2-2. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. I have to imagine there's a full moon tonight, judging by this bunch. We're back with more of this wild card showdown after this. Back here in the Bronx, Yankees leading this one as we get ready to start the 7th. But before we do, here's a look at our game summary to this point. Brandon Crawford is set to get us started for the late innings of this one. A lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1.
And this isn't the first guy that's been frozen by that pitch tonight. He's had a lot of guys shaking their heads so far.
0-2 now as a curveball drops in there for a strike. To open the frame.
And you know the problem with this slider, and it almost sounds stupid to say it, but sometimes it can literally move too much. I mean, it's a great pitch, don't get me wrong, but here, look at how far this thing runs in. That's a pitch that can be hard to control at times, and here it winds up costing him.
Buster Posey is in for the 3rd time as he looks at a ball high. It's 1-0.
All right, leadoff man on first. Here's where you got to start clawing your way back into this ball game. It's not too late, but it needs to start happening soon.
That's wide, 2-0.
Well, one of the real strengths of his game is that he's not going to go after a whole lot of bad pitches out of the strike zone. So he's a guy that's going to make you earn it by only swinging at strikes.
Too tight with that one, 3-0.
You definitely don't want to go hit by pitch, walk to start this inning. So you got to bear down right here. Really lock in on that catcher.
3-0 pitch on its way. And a good comeback there. It's 3-1.
And at the plate, he might have been told, look, you're taken until you get a strike. Not a bad idea.
That's in there, and it'll run the count to full, 3-2.
It might not be a bad time to have a look over to first. Make sure they don't have any ideas of trying to send him to keep out of the double play.
He's got to get on base any way he can with that possible tying run standing behind him in the on-deck circle.
Find a way to get it done. That's what it's all about right here. Give your guys a chance to make something big happen.
Looking to bunt here, but he can't connect, and that's the first strike. In the dirt here. And, nearly had him going back to second, but he's able to sneak back in safely. Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2.
And even on 1-2 now, you've got to expand the strike zone a little up there. You can't go down looking there. You've got to put this ball in play.
Trying to pick up that outside corner, but this misses, and it's back to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, I'd be surprised if they go back to the curve again on 2-2. He's had a couple of pretty good looks at it at the plate.
This is popped up. Cano is there for it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Andrew McCutchen stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. EK, the starter, creeping up on 100 pitch. And he looks at a slider in there, 1-1. Breaks his bat as this ball's lifted into the air. And he'll avoid the fragments out there to make the catch that ends the inning. One left for Houston. They trail 5-2. Steve Finley will stand in again as we flash you back to the middle innings here. This was a big blow, a 2-run home run that really got his guys going. Zach Britton will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th. Now the Astros have somebody up in the bullpen as a right-hander has started to warm up out there. Steve Finley stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. Britton's ready. Here's the 1-1. And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. Chopped foul right at home plate. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. And here's a sinker that causes him to back away as that just about got him.
I'll say this. He wasn't going to get his arms extended on that one.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Ready now with the payoff pitch. Skied into very shallow right. Gwynn over to his left. And that's the first out of the inning.
Right fielder number 34.
Bryce Harper ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that third hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike one. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number 2. Chris Davis will stand in, one of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far.
Yeah, guys, he's got to be feeling a little bit like that dog that gets left out in the rain while the rest of the family's inside by the fire. I guess he's just not seeing what everyone else is.
Slider taken here. 1 ball, 1 strike. Drilled right back up the middle. Crawford fields it cleanly, and that will conclude matters here in the 7th. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. They're still out in front, 5-2. Leading off the inning, Tony Gwynn, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Sinker to open the AB in there for strike 1. And now the second pitch of the inning will be his 100th of the ball game. Now the 1-strike pitch is sent on the ground to Cano at second base. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Striding into the box, Edgar Martinez. He flew out in his last at-bat. Into the windup and the pitch. Too high, 1-0.
You know, he's pitched a really nice ball game to this point, but this is a big moment for him. Getting through the heart of this order at this stage of his outing would be huge.
Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Hit the other way out toward right field. Harper has a beat on it, and that's the second out of the inning.
First baseman number 40.
Anthony Rizzo will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. 0-1 count and the pitch. Now a swing and a ground ball. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely.
Maybe that's the break they needed to get back into this ball game. There's no question. They need base runners at this late stage, so they'll take any help they can get.
From the stretch, Nolan Arenado is at the plate as he looks at ball 1. I know we have a tendency in the media to get hung up on pitch counts, but this is a legitimate workload he's sweated through so far.
Yeah, anytime you get up around that.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. Troy Tulowitzki digs in to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning. Trevor Rosenthal is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th. Troy Tulowitzki stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Ooh, started him with the change, and it's 0-1.
And after 3 strikeouts already, you can bet he's going to be pressing up there at the plate, trying to make something happen. And that just might make things worse.
And this one misses to Tulowitzki. It's a ball and a strike. Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now. And that misses 2-2. Ball 3. 3-2 now. One thing that man right there will not tolerate, leadoff walks.
Especially right out of the bullpen. This might be a quick outing if that happens.
Now here's a check swing, and they appeal down to first. No swing. So that's ball 4.
Now batting, third baseman,
He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. Rosenthal comes set. Here it is on 0-1. Good breaking ball, but he missed inside with it. A ball and a strike. Hit hard back up the middle. Flip of his glove for one. On to Rizzo, and it's a double play.
up next for the Yankees. Designated hitter.
Digging in now, Edwin Encarnacion. He went deep in his first at-bat, and we'll see what he's got in store for us here.
And I think he proved to us his last at-bat that he can turn around anybody's fastball. So maybe you go off-speed or try to get it down in the zone.
Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
He's going to need to crank that swing up another notch if he's going to catch up to those.
We're in the 8th inning now of a 5-2 ball game. And this is a ball to Encarnacion. 2-1 now. Line drive.
Now after the base hit. That wasn't a little bleeder. That ball was smoked.
Robinson Cano is the batter now as he looks at a ball 1-0. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike.
Yeah, showing no fear there. He put the pitch right at the letters away, but that guy didn't want any part of it.
Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. On a big swing by Cano as he lifts this one high and deep out to right field. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run.
Now batting, catcher, Jan.
A 2-run shot here for Robinson Cano. And the lead is now 7-2. Chased out of the zone there, and he's down 2 strikes. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. The Yankees get a couple on the 2-run home. Now the beautiful views of Manhattan at night. Welcome back to Baseball on the Show from right here in the Big Apple. Hunter Strickland will come on now, hoping to wrap this one up here in the top of the ninth. Al Kaline will come forward now, trying to stave off elimination as he'll get the first crack at things here in their half of the ninth.
It's so hard to believe that everything they've worked for all season long comes down now to these final 3 outs.
Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0.
I'll give him this. He's not intimidated up there. That was inside. Close to triple digits. He didn't even flinch.
Hit sharply on the ground. There's Cano. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
Now batting, shortstop,
Brandon Crawford will get another shot. Hit by a pitch his last time.
Yeah, I wonder if he rubbed it.
Smoked on the ground up the middle. And the throw here is going to get him at first. Excellent range there at short, and there are 2 away now. Buster Posey will stand in, and their season hangs in the balance here as they're down to their final out. Swing and a line drive to left. Braun is there, makes the catch, and the ball game is over.
Well, I really think that having home field advantage here made a huge difference. And these guys are going to wind up surviving this one-game wild card playoff. So now it's down to the division series, where they're going to come into that game with just a little bit of momentum.
And the Yankees were given a big boost tonight by the performance of this man, Edwin Encarnacion. What a performance he turned in.